Okay, wow, it's been so long and I really wanted to do this properly. So I think I'm just gonna wing it and hopefully I'll try and make some sense out of this. And excuse me for all the fan noise in the background because I have not done my setup. Like, I'm still getting ready. So this is going to be a get ready with me slash what I'm gonna talk about. I think one of the most frequently asked questions I get a lot on my page and on my DMs is, how are you so confident? And honestly, if my 15-year-old self or even like my 19-year-old self saw this, they would freak out because trust me, I was nowhere close to being the person that I am today, which is fair. Like, we all grow and evolve with time and experiences. But let me be very honest, I'm still not entirely confident. Okay, like there are days when I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, girl, what is this? I love being productive, okay? And when I'm not able to utilize my time in the right way, when I'm not able to achieve all the things that I want to, when I set high expectations and when I don't do the things that I'm supposed to do, I freak out a lot and I just like treat myself like shit. Like, how could you? So trust me, I get you. I still have days like these. I'm sure that there's a person who's way more confident than me because I know these people, and trust me, even these people will have days like these. So it's completely normal to feel shitty sometimes because you have to feel a little shitty to feel a little better about yourself. Spoiler alert, you will feel shitty and there will be so many days where you'll feel like I'm the most disgusting person out there. But having said that, I think overall what being confident has done for me, I like going out of my comfort zones. I like experimenting with things that I wouldn't earlier. Quickly coming to my point, today I'm going to tell you how I am unlocking the art of being confident. Number one, be delusional. No matter what the world tells you, you have to absolutely be delusional. And I'll give you a reason. Just let me do my brows real quick. I think I've mentioned this a lot of times in my videos that I'm extremely spiritual and I believe a lot in connecting with my higher self. And now I've like no shame in saying this out loud because I've accepted my cringe. This might be super cringe to some people, but trust me, I've really accepted my cringe. And when you do that, trust me, what anyone else thinks really doesn't matter. So please accept your cringe. Foundational step, let's just call it a foundational step. Accept your cringe, and then we go on to step one, which is be extremely delusional. I was trying out this meditation where I was actually trying to listen to myself a little bit more. Now the thing is, I read this somewhere, whenever you really want something, like whenever we all have like wishes, something that we really want from the bottom of our heart. It's basically your highest version or your best self telling you that in the future you already have this thing. So the reason why you have such a strong desire for this one thing that you want, it's because in your future your higher self already has that. So it's just pushing you to go after it, to get it, whatever. So I was just thinking about how I started my whole like journey as a content creator, and there's this one thing that I've constantly done. Okay, back when I was 19, when I wasn't even making content, I was literally in college back then doing nothing. I was like not even tweeting, and tweeting is how I started. I would always tell my dad, can you please talk to my manager? Like, I would always act like a celebrity. And I knew I was not doing anything in that field. I was not even acing at college. And who knew that 2 years down the line, I would actually have a manager and I would tell people, please talk to my manager. I kept on thinking about this thing, and even back then, like I think the first time I heard a TEDx on YouTube was when I was 15. And I remember being so moved by that TEDx. I always knew that, this is where I want to be. I want to give a TED talk someday. And then school got over, college started, the pandemic happened, I became a content creator, and last year I got an email that we would like to invite you to our college to give a TED talk. And I was honestly not surprised. I saw it coming because my 15-year-old self wanted that thing so badly. And I knew that one day I'm going to go on that stage and give a TEDx. And my family, my friends, they just call me whatever, you know, like बड़ी पागल है, ऐसे सपने देखती रहती है पूरा टाइम. I don't know if you guys, if you had CBSE, you might know this. I think in 12th there was this chapter in our English literature ka book. I forgot the name, but there was this girl who was constantly daydreaming, and my friends in school would just like look at me whenever our teacher would make us read that chapter, like, oh, this girl is exactly like you because they're constantly daydreaming. And I think that constant daydreaming and that crazy faith in, and I won't even call it faith. Faith is such a positive word. I was extremely delusional. I still am very delusional. And I kept on thinking that, okay, you know, one day I am going to give a TED talk. One day I am going to make videos. As a 15-year-old, I loved watching YouTube. Like, I was constantly watching Lily Singh ke videos. And I was like, you know what? I am going to do that someday. I love creating videos. And I am doing that today. And I know that there are a lot of times when things around you, when people around you, even when you tell yourself that I can't do that, it's way out of my reach, I can't get that one thing in my life, but still there's that very little voice at the back of your head or in your heart which says that, you know what, ho jayega, what rubbish are you listening to, or what rubbish are you thinking, it will happen. Just this chotu sa voice, you know, even when there are loud noises telling me that I can't have it, there's always that little sweet little voice that tells me it will happen. For my next point, I think I would like to take a little break because I'm putting my eyeliner, and if I ruin this, I will lose my mind. So the next thing is actually something that a friend told me. She's also a creator, and she told me this one thing, and I think I love practicing that thing now because my insecurities as a creator always pop up, where I always feel like I'm not doing enough and I need to like do more, I need to be more, whatever. So she told me that you need to learn how to mute and block people from your life and from your Instagram. And ever since I've done that, I think I'm more at peace, because whenever I'm constantly looking at dusro ka stories, you know, whether it's somebody going for a shoot, doing something amazing, achieving big things in life, or getting married, or posting their boyfriends or whatever, I feel very like insecure, because I am somebody who's full of insecurities, and I feel really bad that I am not doing enough. Others are doing, and it's great for them, but why am I not doing those things? So what I've learned to do, I have muted a lot of people, like a lot. I've unfollowed almost every star kid, because I'm like, listen, you got that opportunity just because you were born into a rich family and a famous family, and I know it's not their fault, it's just my petty little insecurities projecting. And I think I'm doing myself a favor because I'm muting and unfollowing everyone who makes me feel bad, and sort of try to lower my vibrations. And yeah, I think I've learned to just mute people in real life also. If I don't feel good after hanging out with somebody, I stop going out with them. If somebody makes me feel bad about myself, I cut them out. Just learn to put yourself out of situations that don't make you feel good, that don't resonate with, you know, how you're feeling right now and what you want to do for yourself in the future. And if you're insecure like me, if you're very competitive like me, if you want to do great things in life but your negative thoughts keep coming in your head and tell you that you're bullshit and you're nothing, then please mute people who make you feel insecure or not good about yourself. I get it, you don't want to unfollow them, that's cool, but mute them. Don't watch their stuff. I know it sounds really stupid and simple, but doing stuff that makes you happy, doing stuff that makes your heart glow, for me it's making videos, like talking to you guys, doing my makeup, dressing up, looking pretty. So whenever I do this little stupid insignificant stuff, it actually makes me really happy. I wish there was a very complex logical reasoning, the things that you can do to be confident, the things that you can do to be happy, but I'm sorry, there's not. Sometimes the only thing that can make you confident and happy is just doing stupid little things that you've loved doing as a child. Like as a child, I would take out my mom's sarees and I would put them on, I would put on her lipstick, her eyeliner. I love doing that. Just do things that you like doing as a child, and trust me, you will get so happy, even if it's for like a tiny moment, but it feels very great to be happy again. I do sound sad, but I'm not that sad. Finally, I know this is a very common tip, and I know that everyone's constantly talking about it, but words of affirmation do matter a lot. And if you don't know what words of affirmation are, it's basically saying nice things about yourself. I'm sure you'll find like many tutorials on the internet about how you can practice words of affirmation, but to simplify it, I'll just tell you that Say nice things about your f***ing self, okay? Treat yourself like you're your best friend. Tomorrow, if my best friend comes and tells me she doesn't feel great, she doesn't look good, she's feeling too ugly, I'll just tell her, no bro, you look amazing, you look beautiful, because I don't see her face, or I don't see her body, I don't see her height or whatever. I see how she makes me feel. I see, the warmth that I feel after looking at her or talking to her or just hanging out with her. You have to think of yourself like you're your best friend. If you won't talk shit about your best friend, you shouldn't talk shit about yourself. Trust me, there are enough people in your life to say bad things to you. I know there are days when we just feel bad and you just want to cry, and I get that, okay? I have those days too, but I'm learning to hold myself together. I'm learning to give myself like a little hug during those days where I'm like, we got this, it's okay. You want to cry, you take out like 10-12 minutes and just cry your heart out, because that's what I did yesterday. I came back from Bangalore, I had a great time with my family, and every time I come back to this apartment where I'm the only person who's breathing, hopefully, I feel that sense of loneliness. I do feel lonely. I do miss my family. I do miss being around people, and I get that. वो सिर्फ एक दिन के लिए होता है, उसके बाद I get over it. And I love crying when I'm alone like that. I love crying when I just feel empty. So I did that yesterday. I gave myself an hour to cry. I held myself through that. I put on some sad music. I did my skincare after that. I took a shower and I watched De Dhanadhan, and I felt so great. Like, I was actually laughing. So learn to be your best friend. Even if you're going through hard days, it's okay. Just hold yourself. Just learn to be there for yourself. When you become your own best friend, when you realize your value, when you respect yourself a little, you will eliminate everything and everyone that makes you feel any less. I think that was it. These were my top 3 things. Actually 4 if you count the fundamental step, which is really important, okay? Do not skip that. You have to absolutely accept the fact that you're cringe as fuck to be free. You really need to let go of that fear of being cringe on the internet. Who cares? Listen, today if you post something cringy and corny, the best thing I'll do, I'll just like swipe right and forget about it. That's it. Or maybe if it's super annoying, I'll unfollow you. That's really it. Your world is not going to crash. If somebody just makes a face after looking at your story, that's really it. Your world will not come down crashing. Learn to accept your cringe and you'll be free. So that was it. I just completed my makeup. I'm gonna dry my hair now and get ready and shoot content for Instagram, which hopefully you'll see super soon. And I hope I do get the strength to edit this vlog, because God, I look amazing. Okay, bye.